Coffee talk. Good morning. It's Sarah. And I just did a video yesterday, and then I went back and watched it, and it's like, I really feel like I had something to say in the video, but I really didn't have much to say at all. And I talked in circles, and so this time I have a list. Make it a little more organized because it's not organized in my head. So, let's see. So, to start off, for anybody that has not seen all my videos, I had gastric bypass surgery 2009. I've lost over 200 pounds. I've maintained the same 10 pounds or so for the most part. I had some health issues, so my weight went up because of edema, but after I got that straightened out, then my weight started falling off again. I'm definitely not at my lowest. My lowest weight I saw for 2 whole days was 158. Yeah, 158. My highest weight that is recorded was 387. It wouldn't surprise me if I weighed more than that, but 387, that's almost 400 pounds. It's not a fun place to be. But at that point in time in my life, I had given up for sure. I was just eating whatever the heck I could put my hands on, and I was in a really bad place. I was just headed down a path that wouldn't have been good. So I had tried many things beforehand, and ended up having gastric bypass surgery, lost the weight, had reconstructive surgery with Dr. Katzen in Beverly Hills, and now I stay in between 165 and 175. Okay, I talked about that in my last video. Just had to get that out of the way. So I just wanted to talk about a few things. I had been having stomach issues for quite a while, like almost a year, and I was bloated all the time, and I was constipated, and then it was diarrhea and all that gross stuff. Did some research, come to find out, like I went to my doctor, I had all sorts of tests done and everything. But she says the only other thing that she could really think of is that I have a wheat intolerance or gluten intolerance. She said, so if you just switch to a gluten-free diet and your stomach gets better, then you know that's the case. Well, that was the case. So switching to gluten-free is definitely not an easy process. It does cost a little bit more, but you're actually paying for better ingredients than, a box of regular noodles with gluten in it is like 80 cents. A box of gluten-free noodles are like $2-3. But it's better ingredients, it's a lot more filling because it's not, gluten is just like this, just it's putting food to hold it together like glue, and also to make it bigger than it really would be. So I go gluten-free. I'm not bloated anymore. My stomach and everything is a lot more regular. So that's been interesting to try to, it's difficult sometimes, especially when we're like out and everyone's like, oh, let's just go through the drive-through. Well, honestly, I have 2 to go, like go-to meals when we're out. Like if we go to Subway, because Kyle and the kids love Subway, so if we go there, I usually get one of their chopped salads because it tastes like a Subway sandwich, but it's not on bread, and they're pretty delicious. I get mostly spinach, lettuce, a little bit of lettuce, and it tastes like a sandwich on my fork. But or tacos with corn shell. But I know I've been talking about the bad ways of eating, but for the most part, on my daily, like it's protein and veggies. So, like for example, this week I bought a rotisserie chicken, and because it is about convenience as well. So I bought a rotisserie chicken, and I bought stuff for salads. Actually, I just got those bags of like chopped salad that they have out now. Oh, it's so good with kale and cabbage and all that. So, anyways, and I found a low-fat salad dressing that I like. It's Ken's salad dressing. I don't know, but like the honey Dijon. They have a couple different flavors, and they're all really good. And it's low-fat, and they very tasty. And then I eat cheese. So like I will, like for example, well, yesterday was not a good food day. Well, I just had a lot of chocolate, and I shouldn't have, but that sugar monster grabs a hold of you, and it's really difficult to let go sometimes. But for the most part, like I don't really eat breakfast right away. I don't really even have the desire to eat until like 9 o'clock in the morning. So I drink my coffee in the morning. It is caffeinated. And then about 9 o'clock I get hungry. So I will, like, I've been eating a lot of bananas lately. So I'll have like a banana, and then I have some Greek yogurt and maybe string cheese or something. I can't eat more now than I did beforehand. I feel like my portions are a little, they're not quite the average size meal for a normal person, but they're not the tiny portions that I did before. So I just have to watch. Things work differently for different people. So for me, this is what works. Anyways, sugar, I talked about that. My body image is something that I struggle with still. 6 years post-op, I still struggle with body image. Bad. I feel, well, it's not quite so bad 6 years out, but I still see myself sometimes as a bigger person, and I have to like remind myself, or sometimes like Kyle has to remind me, like, hello, that's not the case. Sometimes mostly with like lawn chairs, if I go to like a barbecue or something, I am looking around at the sturdiest lawn chair. But then I realize, oh, I could sit on this little dinky lawn chair and not fall through or break it. So it does mess with your mind, but you just have to keep reassuring yourself. And I realized too that the WLS community that I have grown to love so much, I disappeared for a while, and I realized that I miss you guys, and I need to hold myself accountable. And I think by doing videos that can help. I've wanted to get into this journey because, well, that's not the only reason why, but I wanted to start making videos and stuff because I wanted to inspire people and help people, and also help people understand that they're not alone. I mean, I had a couple people like admit to me that the portion size of the meals at the meet and greet was smaller than what they could normally eat. They could eat more than that, and like she felt embarrassed by that, and I was like, oh, no. Trust me, I can eat more than this too, but definitely not alone. We're human. We're not perfect. We make mistakes. We fall off the wagon. It's just important to get back on, and not let it spiral out of control. But yeah, body image is a difficult thing to try to straighten out in your head. So, part of my reason for disappearing, excuse me, part of my reason for disappearing is there were things going on in my life that are things that had happened in my life that I needed to like mentally and emotionally straighten out in my head, and I just felt like it was just really overwhelming at that point in time in my life. You know, everything. Just, you know, like I was on the board with the WLSFA, and you know, the show with Dr. Katzen, and you know, doing videos, and it was overwhelming, but at the same time it was like I wouldn't have changed that, you know, that time like for anything. Now that I have kind of dealt with the roller coaster of emotions, it's like, you know, I was constantly, you know, thinking about everybody. I just, you know, I would, you know, watch you on Facebook and stuff, but I don't really watch YouTube videos anymore. Just because I have zero time. What little bit of time I have left, I try to use to like prepare my food, my next meal, or, you know, get my lunch ready the night before, and that helps with me staying on track. But yay, I'm back. I know I'm not gonna. I don't know. It's very rare that I find like quiet time, like right now, to do videos. Usually this early, the kids are sleeping and so on and so forth. I don't have kids, but they're Kyle's kids, and they're awesome. And so they're usually sleeping at 6 o'clock in the morning. I always have to wake up like super early before I have to be at work because I need my coffee time, and my quiet coffee time is what I call it. But I'm going to try to, just as I've been, you know, trying to force into a routine, meal prep, because that's one thing I was slacking on for quite a while, and that's when I have a tendency to eat the things that I shouldn't be eating. So I just need to incorporate sitting down and making time to do videos, and, you know, consistency is the only way to turn that into a habit or, you know, routine. So I'm going to try. I'm really going to try. We're already at 13 minutes, and I feel like I haven't mentioned. I've been gone for 2 years. There's so many things that I could, like, I just keep thinking of all these topics in my head, and I'm like, no, I need to be more organized here. I hope everybody's doing well. I miss everyone, and I miss the original crew of the WLS community. I know that a lot of people, and I mean, you know, myself and included, I know a lot of people have not really been making videos either because they're dealing with, you know, either regain, or they think they're not like normal because they can eat more, or they don't keep track of numbers as much, and so I'm just going to try to keep it real with you guys from here on out. I'm not saying don't follow the plan that your surgeon gave you. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is follow your surgeon's plan, but just know that, you know, because I know whenever I was pre-op, or even at the beginning, I was like, I'm never going to be able to eat the good food again. Not true. You can eat it for the most part. As far as like sweets and stuff, chocolate, oh gosh, that's like a really big weakness of mine. But, you know, could eat desserts before if they were, well, I mean, now I can eat desserts and I don't dump quite as easily as I used to, but I do still dump. And I kind of know like my grams of sugar range, so it's kind of safe, but it's also kind of dangerous at the same time. I just am trying to live like more like a normal person, but maintain the weight. Okay, I'm starting to ramble again because I'm done with my list. So I'm going to start gathering thoughts and start recording some more videos and talk about things that are important or not things that people want to know about. Okay, well, it was great chatting with you. Coffee talk. It was wonderful. Rosemary, I love the fact that you still do coffee talk. Huh. I won't be putting out a video for the next few days because we're going to go camping. But if you have questions, get a hold of me on Facebook or mention them in, the comments below, and I will try my best to answer that. Oh, someone had asked me in my last video if I would have drank more water, do you think that I would have needed weight loss surgery? I needed weight loss surgery, period. I did drink, some water when I was bigger. It wasn't as much as I should have been drinking. And then I was drinking regular Coke on top of that, and I was drinking alcohol a lot. So I didn't, towards the end, before my gastric bypass, I was just like, there's no point in even trying to lose weight because I figured if I'm not going to lose or I'm really not going to gain too fast, then why not eat the things that I want to eat? I'm a food addict. I'm not going to lie. But even if I did drink more water, I still would have needed gastric bypass. I just would have probably, I don't know. It can only help to a certain point. I know I said water can, fix everything, but it does only help weight, especially massive weight loss, to a point. It just makes things run a lot smoother, so your body is capable of losing the weight. Okay, have a wonderful day, a wonderful weekend, and you should be hearing from me soon. Bye!